Cold calling has its perks. The one whom you are calling out to, they get to know about your tone, what you're talking about. But there are also specific challenges, right? Like people, they don't even bother to pick up the call and speak to you. You.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Speaking about challenges, I mean, there is no single perfect channel. That's why we use multi-channel because, if one channel is not performing well, you might have a more luck on the other channel. And I'm sure we will be talking more about multi-channel because, I support multi-channel 100%. Yeah, going back to some of the challenges, yes, you are right. With the cold calling, it's a really simply math one-on-one. It's a really simple math and simple calculation. You probably need around 100 cold calls to book one meeting. So if let's say your weekly target is like 5 meetings a week, you have to do like 500 calls to get those 500 meetings. So it's really math one-on-one. It's simply, it's a more like a number game. It's not something you can do with 10 or 20 cold calls because, out of 100 calls, you probably get 7-8% connects rate. So out of 100 calls, 7-8 people maybe pick up the phone. So you get to talk with only 7-8 people. And out of those 7-8 people, you probably get 1% success rate, which is, like 100 calls, you get 7-8 people on the call and you book one meeting. So those are very clear calculations. Cold calling, not all SDRs are comfortable with cold calling. We know that most of our SDRs, the English is not their natural language, which means there are some things they need to adapt. Obviously, at that time we had no script and we didn't do much mock calls, and so SDRs were not really comfortable doing cold calling, and they would avoid because it really takes lots of energy out of you, and you need to make those time blocks in your calendar. Like if you're gonna do like 1 hour time blocks for cold calling in the morning, and you're gonna do another 1 hour like late afternoon, because those are two best, let's say, most ideal times for calling your prospects. And if you are gonna call US guys, you obviously have to adjust to their time zones, not yours, which gives additional challenges. And yeah, going back to emails, we know that email deliverability has become a hot subject lately. More and more cold emails are landing in the spam, not in the mailbox. So you can really craft the best sales message, but if that message does not go in the inbox of your prospect, then it seems like a waste of time. And prospects, they report your emails as spam. So there are many things you have to consider, and I'm sure we will be talking about what it takes, what are some steps that can improve your email deliverabilities. And also another challenge with the emails, it's a low reply. I remember our reply is probably around 2-3%, which is a bit frustrating, to be very honest with you. You send so many emails, you try to personalize them, you really pick and select the best leads that should really fit within your ICP criteria. You get their emails, you verify those emails, you bounce test them, you do all this kind of heavy lifting work. You send out those emails, and then you get like 2, maybe 3% reply rate, which is very low. And so it's time consuming. And we know with the emails, it takes time. Our email sequence has probably 7-8 steps. We start with a cold email, the first email, and then we usually have 3-4 follow-up emails, along with other multi-channel channel tasks that we will be discussing later on. And then you get like 2-3% reply rate. So there are challenges. Every channel has its own drawbacks, but there are also some advantages. And with a cold outreach, you really want to try out all channels, and at the end of the day you will get result, but you just need consistency, what we mentioned from the beginning, right?